Have you clicked on this video because you feel like this?
No ideas. Useless, empty brain.
I remember one time I was up against a deadline for a feature film script. Completely blocked. Just the idea of opening up my laptop to face that empty page would drain my brain. It's a terrible downward spiral because the longer you're stuck, the deeper you sink into it. After watching this video and applying this advice, hopefully you'll finally break free, feeling refreshed, full of ideas, and ready to tackle any writing challenge with new energy. Today, you're going to discover 5 ways to break that pattern. This is a sneak peek of Story Experiential, an amazing program you can join today to learn from top talent that have worked at Netflix, Disney, DreamWorks, Pixar, and more. I'll tell you more about it later because we have a special offer for you.
Hey, I'm not giving up on you.
Ah!
Now, let's say goodbye to feeling stuck. I'm screenwriter Pietro Schito, and this is Write for Animation, the YouTube channel that makes you a better storyteller.
Cody, you hear that? It's gonna be easy.
I remember one of my mentors from Disney said to me that being a successful screenwriter is to separate yourself from your work. It's normal for us writers to face rejection. So instead of feeling down, use those no's to push you to do better.
It's hard to not take it personally, but yet I think it's great to take it personally because it fuels the fire in you to keep going. I think what was powerful is you never know the skills that you have that you sort of encouraged in yourself on your own that maybe you didn't learn somewhere. And who you are bringing that to this art is as important as the skills that you learn. Part of your job as a filmmaker and storyteller will always be going into a room with people that probably don't want to make your project. And you have to pitch a film and tell a story and make them want to see or hear what happens next. I consider that to be a lot like getting the job. You have to convince, and even once you get the job, even when I pitch something today, I have to convince and tell a story. And sometimes the story is you.
From failing, you learn. From success, not so much.
Even if it's tough, remember that everyone wants to make a great story. Next time you share your story, ask for honest feedback on how to make it better. It feels intimidating, but they want you to succeed as much as you do, so don't be afraid to ask for help.
Keep surprising people.
And maybe you don't feel ready to show your work to a professional reviewer, but you can always go to your friends or colleagues and ask for a second opinion.
A lot of the story problems would be solved in a room full of people. It's so easy to get lost in a small part of your story. That's why we zoom out and look at like the pacing of your story. It's also a great opportunity to share with people who are not super inside, like yourself. Show your work to somebody who you are absolutely sure is not going to get it. And you might be surprised, but it's a great lesson in clarity. Really, it's a great way to get out of your head.
For your story to resonate with an audience, it has to be meaningful to you and honest. So never let yourself go.
And what I mean by that is to always sort of put me in it in a way. Whether I'm storyboarding, I'm always listening to music. So I'm finding music that I love and putting that in it. And that's, to me, one of the biggest lessons I've learned is to never let that go. If you're not putting a little bit of yourself in it, one, I might be the wrong person for the job, or I'm not going to definitely have fun at it. One lesson I learned is to try to never lose what did that little kid see about that miniature that became the thing, and what do I love about that? Well, how do I apply that love to what I'm doing now?
When you're really stuck, everything can start to look pretty bleak. But what always helps me is going back to the basics, remembering why I started doing this in the first place. Just take a moment and think about what made you fall in love with animation. So we have to remind ourselves how much we love doing it and be playful about it.
One thing that helps motivation is working in things that make you excited. Finding a way to be interested and excited about something you're not interested in is also a good skill that you can learn. I think play is really the closest sort of analogy to the kind of feeling you want to have.
You know, this is supposed to be fun.
Think about what's possible. Think about the imagination. Cultivate the dream. Have fun and play with it. And I think that'll help your motivation a lot.
If you're enjoying this video, this is the time to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so we can keep bringing new videos to help you boost your writing career. Now let's get on with the best thing you can do to avoid burnout.
I am working too much. You're working too much. We should really take a break.
Don't force yourself to make something or even have an idea, but just step back and just be a human and remember that art is a conversation. You can't just make art in a vacuum. You have to have experiences to form opinions, and you have to have opinions to make art. There's times when you're creating and there's times when you're receiving. And so when I'm really burnt out on making things or I can't think of anything interesting, that's a good indicator that it's time for you to go either on vacation or for a long walk or watch a movie.
Bernie Mattinson, who I worked with at Disney, he was an old-time story artist. He also went back to the Walt days, like Jungle Book time. I was freaking out about a scene I was storyboarding. It was when Simba and Mufasa are under the stars. It was the last time he was going to see his dad. And the next time he would see his dad as a ghost. So I had to write the scene, freaking out. I was a young storyboard artist. I went to Bernie and I said, Bernie, I don't know what the hell to do. I'm lost. And he's like, Jim, calm down. Calm down. Just start with what you know. Kept that forever now. And so if you're ever writing and you're stuck or creating and you're stuck, then just take a step back and go, well, what do I know? You'll always know something. So you can then build from there.
These tips are just a small taste of what you can learn in Story Experiential, an online program where you get to develop your story while learning from experts at Pixar, DreamWorks, Disney, and Netflix. Head over to storyexperiential.com and use promo code WRITE4ANIMATION for a special discount. The link is down below the like button, and trust me, you don't want to miss this. And if you're feeling unsure about your animation career, check out this inspiring message from Guillermo del Toro. It gave me an encouraging perspective on how I face challenges. I'm Pietro, this is Write for Animation, and I'll see you in the video.